Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Man Renegade Podcast YouTube channel. I'm your host, John Greg B, and today it is Monday. So, you know what that means? It's my Monday, and I'm showing off my collection, and I'm continuing with showing off my Nintendo Switch collection. If you've missed any of the previous videos, head on up there, head on over to the playlist, and check out some of those. While you're at it, head on down, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, share it with everyone you've ever met or ever known or whatever. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. If for some reason you don't like the video, you can hit the thumbs down. But if you do that, I'm going to need you to go down in the comments down below and let me know what you didn't like about the video. Maybe what you... But if you did, tell me what you did like about the video. Or maybe have a comment about something in the video, one of the games, maybe your Switch collection. I don't know. Let's just get the comments rolling and let's get the conversation started. As you're headed on down to comments in the description box, you can definitely check out some of my links. I got my blog, my podcast, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There's also a nice little link to where I got this nice pad if you want to go get one for yourself. All right, let's continue on. I think I got the alphabetical order somewhat under control. If you missed the last couple, I've missed a few here and there. Although the thes get weird, because where do you put the thes? I'm going off my list. The thes are actually under T. So if you missed any of the thes, we'll get to thes later. But right now, we're starting off with Owlboy. Honestly, don't know anything about this game. I've heard decent things, and I saw it for cheap on Amazon, so I picked it up. It's not even open yet. So I really don't have much to say other than Owlboy. He's a boy, and he's an owl. Yeah. Owlboy. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. So, I believe this... I can't remember if this what system's version came out on, but this is obviously the remade version. So it's a cool platformer. I've spent some time on this. Definitely cool platformer. Definitely, it's got that little kind of old school vibe a little bit. Obviously, Rayman has been around for quite a bit with all his different games, but this is the newest game he's been in, I think. At least it's the newest on the Switch, that's for sure. But yeah, fun game. Check it out if you haven't. All right, moving on. RBI Baseball 18. So yeah, not the newest version of RBI Baseball, not the best version of RBI Baseball, but I was looking for a baseball game on Switch, and this was pretty much all there was. So at the time I got it, it's okay. They've done a better job with the more recent versions than this one. But, it's baseball. It's pretty simple, pretty, it's nothing too crazy. It's kind of a simple baseball game, but it is what it is. So there we go. Next up, we have Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. Get it? Remastered? Because it takes place on Mars? Because it's red? I don't really know too much about this game. I haven't played it. I've just heard good things. Saw it on Amazon for pretty cheap. So I was like, all right, I'll pick it up and play it at some point. I know I say that a lot about these games. And I swear, if I had all the time in the world, I would play all these games. But it is what it is. Next up now, so this game is an interesting one. Randomly saw this on Amazon for like $20. And I was like, what is this game? Looked it up. Seemed cool. Seemed kind of throwback, kind of goofy, crazy game. Didn't really know too much about it. As you can see, I opened it, played it a little bit. It's got a cool booklet, shades of Super Mario Brothers 2 in there. I was like, all right, that seems cool. I don't know too much about this, but yeah, cool. Pick it up. I then go on to find out it was a very valuable game, and I definitely probably shouldn't have opened it, but oh well. Even opened, it's still currently going for like $54. Now, if it was still sealed, I don't know what it's worth, but I got it for $20 on a whim on Amazon. I just got lucky. They did a very limited release of this, V-Blank Entertainment, and I got lucky and found it. I was like, I don't even know what this game is, but it seems cool, so I'll grab it. And then realized it was a very valuable game for what it is. For the fact I got it for $20, I guess. More so than anything else. I mean, that's not super valuable, but it's for the fact I got it for $20, and it's, but it's a cool game. I mean, it's, it's fun. It's goofy. retro. Yeah, check it out. I'm sure there's digital download of it. Next up, we got Riot Civil Unrest. Another game I saw real cheap on Amazon, so I picked it up. You know, you never know with some of these games. Sometimes they're, you find a needle in the haystack. Other times it's just a piece of hay. Is, is that how it goes? Is that how that saying goes? Yeah, like it's. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a cool game though. I will check it out at some point. I know I keep saying that. Blah blah blah. Let's keep going. All right, this one's an interesting one. Limited run, River City Girls. Obviously, I was kind of interested given the whole River City ransom. I was always a big fan of that game back in the day. So they're doing a girl version. Seemed kind of cool. Limited run, putting it out. The physical version, it's got a bunch of extras in there, which you can kind of see. But yeah, it seemed totally cool. Was going to crack this open and play it. Then I saw it was going for like $85, and I was like, yeah, it's just River City Ransom with girls, right? I mean, I think there's more to it than that, obviously, but I was like, yeah, I could probably just play the digital version at some point. I don't really need to crack this open if it's going for $85 when I spent 35 on it, maybe. So yeah, it's another one of those collector versions that I'm probably gonna just keep as a collector version. Next up, we got Rocket League Collector's Edition. Now, this game always intrigued me, and it was out on the PlayStation 4, and I was thinking about picking it up. And then it came up for the Switch, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I saw there was a physical version on the Switch, and I'm like, ooh, that's even more cool. And it has content featuring the Flash, which is obviously cool. But yeah, I mean, this is a cool game. You know, again, it's another one of those things where I'm not really like huge into online gaming. So like a lot of there's a lot of leagues and stuff out there for people playing online and stuff, and that's kind of the big appeal to this. But you can play you can play local co-op, which is cool. You can also do like a single player, which is fun. So there's a lot more to it, and then you can do leagues and stuff, solo. So there's a lot of fun. I know that the big playing it online is kind of the big deal, but like again, you go online and these people have been playing it nonstop and are super experts in whatever, just absolutely dominate you, and it's like, that's not fun. I just want to play like a kind of a low-key game against the computer. And so there is that. So it's definitely a cool game. I definitely enjoy it. All right, next up, Rogue Legacy. Again, another one of those games where it was just kind of like, I think I was buying something else on limited run, and this was there, and I was like, oh, this seems kind of cool, kind of like a dungeon-y game. But yeah, I haven't actually checked it out and don't know too much about it. I don't know there's a ton of value on this one. Nope, not really at all. Pretty much what I paid for it. So yeah, again, not wasn't a huge seller for me, but it was kind of like, hey, I'm already on here. I'm already buying stuff. Let's check this out. So there you go. Rogue Legacy. All right, moving on. We got Runner 3. So yeah, there's a bunch of these games, a bunch of runner games. Obviously, the third one, but there's a few other that are kind of like separate from this. I haven't played this yet, but it did seem cool. I picked it up. I don't think it was very expensive. But they're runner. You run and you do stuff and you run. So yeah, I think it's kind of like I don't know, not quite sure, but I think you just run and then you do stuff. Makes sense to me. It seems pretty simplistic. Seems fun. I just haven't gotten around to play it yet. But there you go, Runner 3. Next up, so this is another one of these ones where it's like, I've heard about this game. I think it came out, I want to say it came out on PlayStation 3 initially. I think there was a 3DS version. I'm sure it was on PlayStation 4. But Limited Run did the physical version for Switch. Now, I think Limited Run also did the physical version on maybe it was Vita or something like that, and that one was like super valuable. I know. So when it came out on the Switch, I'm like, I gotta grab it. I don't really know if I'll ever play it, but maybe it seems cool. But yeah, it didn't have the same kind of appeal on the Switch it did for the PlayStation, or I think the Vita. I think the Vita version was the version that's like really valuable. It's worth pretty much what I paid for it. So maybe at some point I'll crack it open and play it. But yeah, I think there was a lot of hype because of what had happened with the previous versions, but didn't live up to it. But fine. It's fine. I mean, I know I shouldn't buy these games with the, Assuming they're going to have more value later, just should get them to play them. But whatever is what it is. This one now I definitely have played. Sega Genesis Classics, over 50 classic games. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of the cool, all your old favorite Sega Genesis games. Now, interestingly enough, it doesn't have Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles because of the whole Michael Jackson thing, presumably. No one knows for sure, but for some reason, like a lot of these collections and whatever that Sega does, all of a sudden out of nowhere, the Sonic 3 and the Sonic and Knuckles just kind of dropped off. And then people were like, what's going on? And then there was the rumors like, well, Michael Jackson was involved with the soundtracks. And then after he died, Michael Jackson's estate kind of like reined everything in and blah, blah, blah. So Sega was just like, whatever, I just won't put the game on the collections. I mean, Sonic 2's on there and Sonic, so that's cool. And obviously it's got Streets of Rage games on there, which are always huge. Here's Axel kicking right there. So it's got a lot of fun stuff on it. Cool game. Play them and, have everything, portable on the Switch is also cool. I mean, it's kind of crazy to, for someone going back in the day that owned a Sega Genesis to think one day I'll be playing all the Sega Genesis games on a Nintendo product was a little bit far-fetched at the time. But now, these days they've been on all the systems. So it's like, who cares anymore? And finally, to wrap things up for today's video, Shakedown Hawaii, which is what is it? What do they call it? It's like the successor, the honorary sequel, the I forget, there's a word I'm looking for that I can't think of. But to Retro City Rampage DX. So this is kind of like a different version of that game, a new version. I mean, obviously it's a different name and different setting, whatever, but it's kind of along the same lines, same company. They put it out. They did a limited sort of release on their own. I got this actually from the website, not from Amazon. So I paid whatever they were charging. I don't remember what it was. It's gone up in value a little bit. It's about $50 now. It's not quite. I didn't quite the deal. I think I paid $35 for it, maybe $30 for it. I didn't get it for $20 on Amazon like I did Retro City Rampage, but still cool. I haven't played it yet, but if it's anything like Retro City Rampage, I'm sure it's fun. And then before we finish things off, showing off, I always like to show off some of my accessories. So in the same vein of last time out when I showed the Nintendo version, they also did a Super Nintendo controller. Now they only did these in packs of 1 as opposed to the Nintendo ones packs of 2. These are a little different. They're not like the other ones. The other ones, like, actually you could slide in and plug them into the sides of your switches. These ones are kind of more just your regular USB controllers and whatnot, but still cool. I did pick up 2 because I was like, well, I should get 2, right? Yeah, 2. And you could actually buy more than 1, where the Nintendo ones, you can only buy 1 of those, but it came with 2, so it made sense. Where these ones you can buy, I think you can buy up to 4 maybe. But yeah, there's a bunch of, once they launched all the Super Nintendo games on the Nintendo Online as well. So I grabbed a couple of these just to have them. Seem cool. I don't know if I'll ever use them, but there you go. So there you go. That is some more of my Nintendo Switch collection for today. Come back next week for more of my Nintendo Switch collection. Thank you everyone for watching again. Hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the share, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff. And come back next week. Thank you for watching and bye.